Voice clear as fuck. They be catching everything in this motherfucker.
It's almost as if you're on a damn TV show. Whew. Was that heavy for anybody else? Oh my gosh. Especially for me. The Melanie part, because not responding is like worse than yelling. You know, like you could just tell the girl is just broken. Like she's just hey, my chest was tight the whole time, guys. Woo! Anyways, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, I did not get to say thank you for 80K, but thank you guys so much for 80K and then some. Wow. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. I wanted to put up the review the same night. I really did. I really did. It's just I had a crisis and here we are. Okay. I'm going to try on Thursday to get it out the same night. I'll try my best. So the episode picks up with Casey and Anaya walking away from their conversation, and they go to their respective partners. Titi's like, well, why do you look kind of down? And Casey says, well, it still was a sad situation. I don't want her to feel this way at the hands of me. A big reason why, and it's so funny because one day somebody's telling me who hurt me, why do I hate Casey so much? The other day, oh girl, you just be defending him too much. Like it's almost as if multiple perspectives, nuance exists. Like, I feel like there were missteps on both sides. I know. For people who are very extreme, y'all hate hearing that. But me personally, I do believe there were missteps on both sides. He says so many bonehead things. We all agree he should not be saying those things. And we're about to see him say those things back to back to back to back to back to back. It was even worse seeing them all happen in sequence. Oh my God, Casey. Damn. That was bad. That was bad. The thing for me is like, he just comes across like a dumb kid. And I think that's why I'm just like, yeah, I don't see him as sinister as sincere in my personal opinion. That's why. I do think that he did so many things wrong. Thankfully, he's finally able to admit, yeah, I did things wrong. I think he still has too many moments where he's trying to justify. Ha! If you're here saying you're taking accountability, just take said accountability. Then we cut to Anaya and Carl. They're getting real cozy. He asked about the conversation. She says it actually went really well.
He apologized for being like disrespectful. We got both everything we wanted to say. I'm just glad it's like put to rest. I feel like talking to you just feels super easy.
I'm happy I'm here right now.
I'm happy you are too. I thought I was about to fuck that man and say less.
So my hang up with the whole Casey and Anaya thing, when it comes to their connection, focus on what I'm saying right now. When it comes to their actual connection, I was of the belief that they both liked each other, but they didn't like each other enough. This is for the both of them. And seeing how naturally she melted into Carl's arms. I said this in Casa, seeing how naturally she melted into him. And even now, how naturally again she melts into him. It does make me believe there was always something there with Casey that just wasn't there. And we cannot say it only happened after Soul came in or whatever. It was from the beginning. Y'all remember me being so upset at their kissing because it was just so uncomfortable. Like something was just always like, what is this? Like, I think that they liked each other, but they just simply didn't like each other enough. There also was something that happened with Titi. She had mentioned to Casey, oh, what do you think about Bryce and Trinity becoming boyfriend and girlfriend? And it seemed like she wanted to laugh about it. These are the moments with Titi that I'm just like, I really want you to be aware of the things you want to laugh about and kiki about and throw shade on, because there may be a time when you are the same girl who is in these situations that you want to laugh about, and it's not going to be as funny, is it? Now, that's me reading into it. Maybe you guys perceived it as different, but it sounded like she wanted to laugh at them. He was like, actually, I'm really happy for them. And then she's like, yeah, I hope that we're still together in a few months. We don't know. Jaden, Jen, and Parmita are talking about their couples. Jaden basically says Caden is a great guy, but he's just not assertive enough. I like a man who takes charge, and Caleb is not that guy. Truly, this show was not for Caleb. I don't even know how he got on here. He needs something that's more like, I don't know, Farmer Finds a Wife. Like, maybe that would have been a better show for him. But yeah, Love Island just ain't it. This girl wants somebody with a little bit of oomph, and Caleb ain't got that. Jen then says she's not annoyed that Gul wants to pursue Kenzie because at the end of the day, love is supposed to be easy, or at least it's not supposed to be this hard this soon. So all of this chaos that's coming with this man, it is not worth her cracking her head to try to figure out. Cut to Kenzie talking to Dylan about Gul, and the man is genuinely heartbroken.
We kissed.
Kiss or?
No, make out.
I didn't know that you were gonna, like, make out. Did you ask for the kiss or did he?
He, like, knew it was coming.
Hold me while you wait. If she didn't want to see me sad, she shouldn't have fucking made out with Gul.
Talk about women in men's fields. Kenzie is the epitome, the epitome of women in men's fields. Like, those girls talk about, yeah, you know, now that I've kissed him, it's really affirmed my connection with you. I now know, after kissing another man, that my feelings for you are real. You had to do that to figure that out. You really had to do that. I didn't expect Dylan to cry. I didn't think things were so intense between them, but that just goes to show how intense Love Island can be. I mean, maybe he has, you know, attachment issues. I don't know. That could be a separate conversation. But in general, it proves how intense the show can be. So all those people in Casa, the girls especially, who were laughing at the main Villa girls, why are y'all acting married off in a matter of days? It's really easy to be attached to somebody when you see them 24/7, when you sleep next to them, when you're supposed to be kissing and forming these intimate moments. It's really easy to get attached. He is wondering if she's going to ever feel satisfied. And I wonder that too. Kenzie claims she wants this love. This is the same girl at the beginning of the season who said, I don't have a roster. I don't know how to talk to more than one person at a time. You lied. You lied. So Anaya is gassed to tell Sincere that she and Carl are back on track. He's happy for her. Sincere says that he's also done exploring and he only wants to pursue Melanie. He says that he wants to close things off. However, he didn't want to take the shine away from Trinity and Bryce, you know, because they just closed things off. Nobody cares that Permita and Corbin closed things off. But I couldn't help but laugh because, I mean, I don't think closing off would have made things any better, but it's definitely going to be delayed because movie night is on the horizon. Before bed, TT says she's happy that Casey took accountability in his conversation. We have Dylan, who beats himself up in the bathroom mirror, basically saying, like, I'm so stupid. Why would I trust that girl? I'm so dumb. I mean, we know the cost of people get to watch a bit of the show, so I don't want to say you're dumb, but like the writing was kind of on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, then we have Caleb who asks what French fries are. I think it was Trinity who told him what it was, which is DJing. That's what we know it is. We know what DJing is. The new thing is French fried. Just look over at Kenzie if you really want to know, because she be doing that every night, child. In the morning, Casey says the chat with Anaya was good, but he didn't really get to express himself. Shut up! What do you mean? You pulled the girl for a chat. She said, you have the floor. You said, no, you should go. She said, no, I think you should. No, you should talk first. Now you're complaining that you didn't get a chance to fully express yourself. You had the opportunity to, and you didn't take it. Casey, anyways, y'all. Kenzie says that she's finally found some clarity after her kiss with Gul. And she says, kisses are like handshakes. What? I'm not even going to dwell on that because she knows that was out of pocket. Then we have Gul, who's realizing that Kenzie just wants attention. You don't say. What gave you that revelation? What gave you that revelation? You had the same information that everybody else had coming into Casa Amor. You had a girl who actually wanted you, but instead of being honest with her, you decided to gaslight her. You have your own damn company. Have y'all seen Gul's company doing damage control with their PR? Basically saying, we'll give free drinks to all the gens of the world and women do run this company. The man is ruining everything, knowing that Kenzie does like attention. This is not news. Gall. I don't know if he thought he was special. You know, the constant people, everybody but Carl, they be thinking they special. You not. He then says he's going to explore his options. I thought, what options? Then he's going to say, you know, Amora's kind of cute. Amora, if you dare. Girl, don't make me come over there to Fiji. Please, don't piss me off. Lastly, Carl says he still wants to take things a bit slow with Anaya. However, he did, you know, kiss her. And when he kissed her, he said his heart felt full. I was like, oh, that's cute. I still don't see this going well, guys. I don't know. Kata tells Jen that Kenzie kissed Gall the night before. Jen did not know this, and she's irritated because she and Kenzie made a promise to each other that they were going to be transparent. Kenzie is everything but transparent, okay? Then Kenzie takes Jen for a chat. She's trying to tell her about the kiss. Jen already knows, and obviously she's pissed off.
We kissed. And
I know. I just wish I didn't have to like find out through other people. That's not being transparent.
I feel like you're really mad at me for like
I'm just
exploring
mad
my...
if this was not Love Island, I would not be your friend.
I know I'm not a fucking bad person. I'm
sound
definitely
like a
not a
bad
bad
person.
friend.
For the people who keep asking, why don't you like Kenzie? What's wrong with Kenzie? What's wrong with Kenzie? This is what's wrong with Kenzie. This is what is wrong with Kenzie. It's not that she wants to explore. It's that damn entitlement. It's that entitlement. And I'm glad that Jen was like, girl, on a real tip, if we were on the outside, you would not be my friend. I don't associate with women who move the way that you move. This girl was so hurt. I said, yeah, feel it. You're not a good friend, especially when a man is involved. I don't think she's been a good friend in general because like I said yesterday or whenever I filmed that video, the grace that you want extended to you, you do not extend to your own friends. Maybe you're not as nice of a person as you think that you are. She's then gonna go to Dylan, of all people, and vent about the fallout that she had with Jen because of what she did with Gall. And I'm like, this man also doesn't think that he can trust you. Jen doesn't think you're a trustworthy person. This guy doesn't think you're a trustworthy person. And he literally asks her, can I have faith in you that you are just going to pursue me and you're done with the back and the forth and the triangles and the whatever? She says yes. He accepts it, but I think a part of him is still like, nah, I can't trust this girl. Melanie and Sincere sit at the dock and this man is teaching her how to sign her name in ASL. And I'm like, oh, haven't we seen this before? Didn't we see him teaching Amora how to sign her name after this man's talking about, oh yeah, this was was it his minor or something? Basically, he took it in school. If he took it in school, why is it taking you so long to come up with the letters? I don't know. Ask somebody who also knows ASL and who hasn't been practicing since university. He was in university more recently than I was. Question mark, question mark. Anyways, Melanie's happy. She's like, wow, I'm finally at peace with Sincere. She then gets a text. It is movie night. The boys are tripping. Zach is like, damn, it's over for me. Casey's like, shit, I said a lot of stuff. Corbin is like, here we go again. I just came out of the firing line. I'm going to be back in. And Sincere is quiet. That's very interesting. Melanie actually asks him, do you have anything to say? He says no. But then later when he's talking to the guys, he's like, no, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I wonder if they're going to show the most recent comments where he was talking about him purposefully telling half-truths to keep himself out of trouble. Because it's one thing to see the thing that he's doing and him to be like, oh, sorry, you know, I do my missteps and I apologize. And, you know, sometimes I be in the moment. And it's another thing to hear him actually admit that this is on purpose. This is a scheme. That's Sincere set up, not Todd. Sincere. Sincere set the scheme up to get away with the bullshit. And it works every time. Speaking of bullshit, here goes Kenzie talking about, hey girls, let's make sure we have each other's back, okay? Whatever happens, it's just gonna be girl power. No, absolutely not. I didn't see Jen agree to that and I said, good job, Jen, because we're not defending this girl no more. Fast forward to movie night. The first set of clips is Zach in Casa Amor. This guy is, you know, getting so elated by the most mundane things that he has in common with that girl. Then he's cuddling with that girl in the bed. Then he's kissing that girl on another day. Then the girl is saying, you know, I actually want to be respectful. I actually want to be respectful because typically I am a very touchy-feely person. And I feel like I just can't do that with you because you have another connection. This man is like, no, I get what you're saying. My heart really is with Kata, Ray Tete, whatever. The conversation ends in a kiss. That was a choice. So as the clips are going, Kata is crying. And at the end of it, Zach really doesn't have much to say.
Don't really know what else to say. I'm just sorry.
Why the fuck you smiling in bed with her?
I literally said, what the fuck's that? I actually don't even know what that was. I wish I could take it back. That was not even worth it.
Zach is very strategic with his words. This guy, he's like, I had told her that I really wasn't feeling her. Mind you, again, that conversation ended in a kiss. I told her I really wasn't feeling her, and luckily for him, the girl was snatched from the show. Kata, up until this point, still doesn't know that. It should be noted that she still doesn't know that. So he's banking on the fact that that information is not going to be told. Yeah? So he's like, because she was upset that he was so comfortable with her in the bed. He's like, I don't even recognize that man. I don't even know who that is. Guys, it looked as if Kata was buying it. It's only the next clips that actually had nothing to do with her man. It's the next clips that start to resonate with Kata. And Kata's like, wait a damn minute. He didn't really make the choice. That's all we wanted. All we wanted you to know, Kata, was that the choice was taken. Whether or not he would have made the same choice, the point is, the choice was taken. So the next is also the guys. It is Casey saying everything. Oh my God. Grandma, we ain't got nothing in common. My stock's going up. These girls are giving us what we want. Oh, I have leeway because I feed into Anaya all the time. I don't even know what else. It was everything all at once. Back to back to back to back. And obviously, Anaya is pissed.
Isn't really much I can say.
Yeah.
I'm sorry again.
I don't want to hear it.
I understand you don't want to hear it. No,
You're
look,
good.
let me talk. It wasn't a good look, but I do apologize. Yeah, I painted a bad picture for myself.
You never really wanted to fuck with her from the jump, but you kept talking shit to your homeboy.
I really think you just used Anaya.
You'd play it fucking safe.
It was so funny to me seeing Casey crumble. The man was like this damn near the entire time. He knew he was screwed. He knew he was screwed. Corbin is beside him laughing. I said, Corbin, don't laugh for too long now. Your time is coming up, okay? So Anaya basically gives Casey an out. He tries to apologize. She's like, save it. I'm okay. We already went through this. You don't have to speak. He wants to speak. Okay, fine. I'm sorry that I did this. I'm sorry that whatever, right? She's also upset at the guys because Sincere is supposed to be like one of her best friends. And he's basically saying, you know what, Casey, you real different with this girl. He's telling telling Titi, I've never seen him like this. You have Bryce and Zach also saying the same thing. And Anaya's pissed off because she's like, you people look in my face every day and make me think that there's nothing wrong with our connection. I make questions and you people are like, no, Anaya, you're tripping. But now all of you guys clearly knew. You guys affirming that he's a different person basically insinuates that you knew something was wrong from before. And let's not forget, both Bryce and Zach called out KC in challenges that made Anaya spiral. So they were aware of something, at the very least. So them smiling in her face, making it seem like nothing was wrong, I can understand why she's pissed off. Then KC chimes in and he's like, you know what? I'm the one who did the things. I'm the one who said the things. Come at me. Just come at me. And this is where Trinity ate him up because facts. She's like, but the problem is you're only now being honest and you're only now taking accountability because your ass is being held to the fire. Absolute facts. Absolute facts. You're not going to get props for being accountable when you're caught. All the while, Kata is silent because she realized in those clips that girl was not there at the recoupling. So she said, where did the angel go? One of the girls tells her, oh, right, yeah, she left. She left on day 2. Mind you, Zach said it took, night 2, whatever. Zach said, also them snatching her in the night is hilarious. Zach said, for the 3rd time, I only started to lock in on like the 4th or 3rd day. she was gone by day 2. Explain that.
She was there, was he a fucking picker?
Well, I just find out new information. If she was there, were you gonna pick her? Yes
No.
or no? You had no other connection to pick in there. Why did I not know that until right now?
It is weird that he left it out.
But Zach would have picked you regardless.
I knew this would fucking happen. That's fucking bullshit, that is.
I'm glad that Kata was stuck on the principle, because you have everybody and they mama talking about, but Kata, he would have chose you. But Kata, he was affirming your relationship. But Kata, he ended things with the girl even before she got. That's not the point. The point is the man wanted credit for a choice he didn't get to make. If he truly was going to stick with Kata, what's the harm in saying, by the way, the girl was taken out before I even got the chance to shut her down for real. But trust me, the door was closed well before that happened. What's the harm in saying that? He's then going to say, oh, I told you what was important. How are you going to determine to me what's important? I need to know everything. This is why there's a difference between honesty and transparency. Honesty, I ask you, you tell me. Transparency, you're just telling me everything. I don't have to poke and prod to get the answers from you. Same with KC, he's only now being accountable because he's being held to the fire. Please, I'm glad that Kata was like, I hear you girls, like, thank you, but still. It's weird that he left that information out. Next was the girls. They see Anaya basically having a time in Casa Amor. Like I said in the previous video, when it came to describing character, they ain't got nothing nice to say really about KC, right? When it came to what KC did for her, she has all the things to say. So I'm just like, as a person, it's really hard for me to believe that she liked him for real, as a person. It was the affirmation that she would get from him. And so she was receiving that and then some from Carl. She's more physical with him. And she, she blossomed with this man who actually was a man that she could see herself with, a man who she respected, a man who she held to a high regard instead of just being fine shit. So all the girls, aw. And Sincere was like, hell no.
The double standard is being shown right now.
If her video was shown first, it would have been the same shit.
What
What do you mean there is no double standard?
I was never
Anaya, you know I fuck with you, bro.
I don't care that Casey was exploring.
Do you know when Casey and TT walked in, all of you started fucking shouting at him? You didn't know how he moved at all in Casa.
Me and him coming in, you would have been mad regardless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I get it. Y'all can come at me, but why y'all coming at her?
You're standing up like you're no more being proud. You stood up there and you fucking laughed. Sit the fuck down.
All right, bro.
As it often happens between KC and Anaya, whether they're going to blows with the sides of the villa or it's just the two of them, they never come to a true resolve because something gets in the way of them having an honest conversation. In these moments, like the recoupling from Casa and here, it's the yelling, it's the jumping down his throat. It's everybody speaking and not actually allowing Anaya and KC to get their shit off. Before Casa, it was the tears. It was the tears. When the man expresses himself, she would start to cry. And we know Casey cannot handle tears. And I mean, that's a separate thing. He's a people pleaser and all that kind of stuff. But when you're constantly crying, at some point, the person's going to be like, okay, well, I can't tell you the truth. I can't tell you how I really feel because it's always going to end in tears. So, they're going back and forth. They're barking at each other. This man does the dumbest thing. He stands up. I said, ooh, you lost it. And he's like, I didn't like that. Yo, we're going at TT. They're like, we weren't going at TT. We were going at you. And then Anaya stands up and she's just yelling in that man's face. And I was looking at Carl. I didn't really see a face from Carl being like, ooh, I don't like that. But I wonder if those things are turning in his head. Like, is this something that I want to deal with? Like, I'm a person who does not handle being yelled at, but I'm out. My husband is the same. Even if I think sometimes even me getting a little agitated, he's like, what we're not going to do is that. Like, we're not going to do that. So I wonder if Carl is the same. That's all. But I get why she was pissed off. I get it. I get why she was pissed off. I do think there was a double standard from the women. Absolutely. And there's just multiple perspectives, guys. It is what it is. Lastly, we have Melanie, who sees all the clips with Soul, the kiss in Say Less that she didn't know about, the kiss in the speakeasy that she almost walked into, the kiss after he said he wasn't gonna kiss that girl, the time he gave her the speech talking about, I'm gonna be honest and I only want to pursue you, the time that, like, everything. Why is Sincere gonna be like, well, they went all the way back there? Yes. If they weren't gonna see it now, they were gonna see it later, so you might as well be accountable right now.
Okay, so
It's okay.
at that time, like, yeah, I was exploring soul. I tend to just, like, say it a lot. I might have did a little bit too much, for sure. Seeing that just makes me feel, like, really bad.
Okay. I just want to play the next clip. Shaking, can you hold my hand? Yeah. You sure you don't want to say anything? Okay.
Similar to Anaya, Melanie gave Sincere an opportunity to not speak. She said, it's okay, leave it. And he said, no, I need to apologize. I need to explain. And his explanation to me sounded like, hey, listen, I be doing whatever I be doing in the heat of the moment. That's not going to work. That is not going to work. There were many chances that Melanie gave you to say, hey, are you going to focus on me? You said yes every time. Before going to Casa, he said, I'm even going to make it up to you. And you did the opposite. Sincere, this was the time to shut up. Don't speak. If you're saying I'm sorry, keep it at that. I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry. And we know she doesn't like that, but that's all he could say. Trying to explain, trying to justify. No. Seeing this girl have no words was more heartbreaking than any other yelling I had seen all evening. Just seeing her sit there broken. And the girls are telling her, it was mainly Anaya and Trinity. Because mind you, Kenzie, Miss Let's All Be Girl Power, mute. It's mainly Trinity and Anaya, her saying, at least we know that you weren't crazy. At least we know what you were experiencing, that unsettledness that you had in your body, there was a reason. And she does feel affirmed in this moment, but oh man, my heart broke. Like, my chest was tight. My chest was tight the whole time. But in the next episode, it seems she's going to cuss him out. So I'm interested to see what they're going to see. I think they are going to include, I think that was they're going to include the clip that was on After Sun, him saying that Amora was going to be the one if she had more time. I'm ready. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.